No.
Hey, Internet.
Oh, there we go. We're live.
There we are. We're doing it live.
Live.
We're doing it live.
Doing it live.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Internet.
It's Fridays with Andrew,
It's
as you
me.
can see.
Yeah.
That's him. New
Double dose
comic
of Andrew
review.
this week.
Double dose to
Yeah.
make up for last week's lack of Andrew.
Yeah.
Snowed in Andrew.
Snowed in Andrew. That was my hashtag.
So Andrew's going to talk about comics.
Yeah, I got a few new comics, and then also we're doing that name.
It depends on if we still have customers in the store when we get to that.
Oh, okay.
We'll do that last.
We'll do that last. All right, yeah.
We may have a new segment. We're not sure.
New comics, and then also,
Yeah.
well, no, I mean, I'm definitely doing my award, my whatever.
Yes.
Continuing last week's trend of awarding past titles of 2017
Yes.
that I feel are worth.
You have
mention.
15 categories, I believe?
Something like that. Yeah, I added another one
of different best ofs
of different degree.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna put this camera right on him.
Yeah, great. So
and get out of here real quick. All right, we are live.
100% back.
100% not having any technical difficulties.
Great. So for
talking about comics with Andrew.
For today's tales,
Tales of Awesomeness.
Mr. Miracle number 6. Following up the issue we talked about, Mr. Miracle number 5. Rocko's Modern Life number 2.
Rocko's Modern Life.
This is on YouTube. It's gonna get copyright strike. And Mech Cadet U number 5. Although we'll talk about the significance of that number in a minute.
And this is our first returning title. Is that
yes?
What?
So let's start with Mr. Miracle is kind of the best of this slate.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna start with that. Mr. Miracle number 5 was on the December Fridays with Andrew slew of titles. It's a 12-issue maxi series chronicling the adventures of the famous Jack Kirby created character, the member of the Fourth World, along with the other new gods like the very, very popular right now Darkseid, Orion, Big Barda, yada yada yada. So I don't know if viewers will recall issue number 5. The premise of issue number 5 was about Mr. Miracle facing a death sentence and spending the last day with the love of his life, his wife Big Barda, who is on the cover, looking ferocious because she is a fierce lady. She is like twice his size. It's very cute.
Like literally twice his size?
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Look, she's big. She's Big Barda.
No, I know she's like big, but like wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And Scott's kind of shrimpy. Anyway, issue number 5, spoilers because it kind of need to be spoiled to go into this one, ended with Barda and Scott refusing the death sentence, and they've gone to basically dethrone Orion on New Genesis because he's become a fascist. And the brilliance about this particular issue is, last issue we had like kind of a date as like a central thread. This is a couple's argument.
Okay.
Scott and Big Barda, throughout all of the events of the comic, are talking about remodeling their house. So okay. They are, they're they're dodging lasers.
Some domestic fluff.
They're going through water, like water monsters. They're beating up guards, and the whole time they're talking about, and now we'll have 2, bathroom off the bedroom, bathroom off the living room. Then I want to cut the living room in half, but I like oh wait, what?
Hold that. I need to go ring up this customer.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah, see, as he goes, but I like the living room. Because that's, oh wait, hold on, let me just try and switch. I know technology sometimes. There we go. Yeah, so the whole thing is framed through kind of a marital a marital conflict, a couple argument. And that's really unique and really interesting. And as always, we also have it accompanied by the beautiful art of Mitch Gerard. He's an incredible artist. He was on my short... Oh, you're back?
I'm back, yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking about the art of Mitch Gerard. He was on my short list for, again, my superlatives, my Andrews.
Superlatives.
My superlatives, yeah. Whatever you're calling them. He's an incredible artist, and he, panels things in such a unique way, and it really adds, just that much bit of character. The writing is superb, and the art is likewise. So it's a really unique issue. Even though it is part of a larger story, like last issue, I think if you're just jumping in from 6, you could catch on pretty easily.
Or we could always get the back issues, right?
Back issues, yeah. Because if you ask us about our subscription service, you can just call or message or send by carrier pigeon, any comic that appears on Friday or with Andrew or currently in existence in Diamond's stable of titles. And I will get it for you. That is my promise from Farpoint Toys and Collectibles.
It is literally his job.
It is literally my job.
He has one job, and that's it.
Reviewing comics and ordering comics for people. It's all comic related.
So, out of 10, what are you going to give Mr. Miracle
9
number 6?
10.
9 or 10.
9
Solid.
or 10. I really don't, like, it's put, it, and again, I'm leaving out a huge spoiler.
Yes, please don't.
That adds an incredible amount of charm to the story.
Okay.
But it's along the lines of the couple dispute.
Okay.
But the couple dispute is so charming. The characters are so likable, and the writing is so great. So really, 9 to 10 out of 10.
Awesome. And again, that is the second time Mr. Miracle has appeared on a Fridays with Andrew.
And continuing, like, the 7-week or 6-week DC domination.
So there's been DC every week.
DC has appeared in every single Fridays with Andrew segment.
I think this is number 6, so that's
it's
6 in a row.
6 out of 6.
Yep.
They have been killing it.
All right.
They have been killing it.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, but jumping off from that to Mech Cadet U.
All right.
Mech Cadet
Talk
U.
to me about this title.
Mech Cadet U.
I'm getting the impression there's like a mech thing going on there
Ash
with
Ketchum hat for some Keen-eyed viewers.
Some school type children.
So, all right. So here's the thing. A little bit of a tangent. I'm one of those people who kind of crap on Ready Player One, the upcoming movie based on the critically acclaimed book. Mm-hmm. Penelope's making faces.
A little bit of a face. I enjoyed the book. I don't know.
It's just there's an element about it.
I'm crapping on the concept. I hate the concept. It's like, oh, pop culture. Here's a reference.
Exactly.
Here's a reference.
Exactly.
Did you read the book?
I didn't read the book.
And neither did I. So I
the
can't.
Concept.
Exactly. That's the part that kind of gets me. A little bit shrugging. YouTuber ProZD had an amazing 30-minute, like, Vine-esque thing about it that kind of sums up my feelings. But anyway, I can't crap on it too much, because Mech Cadet U is the Ready Player One for people who grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
The concept behind this is, it's kind of Starship Trooper setting. There are space bugs that are coming. The only caveat is sentient robots come from outer space and bond with Earth children to fight the space bugs.
Okay.
So it's kind of like Iron Giant, kind of like Starship Trooper, kind of like Pokemon, kind of like, I said Iron Giant, right?
You did, yeah.
It's got a lot of elements.
And they're children.
And they're children. Yeah, they seek out children, but then they bond for them for life. So there's this one character named Skip Tanaka, who has an incredible name.
Is that him there?
That's him right there with a Nerf gun.
He does not look like his name is Skip Tanaka.
Well, his name is Skip Tanaka.
He looks entirely too tough to be named Skip.
Well, no, it's implied that he was like in like 1950s world, I guess. I don't know. It's not one for one humanity, even though they do have China. Anyway, so this is actually, it says number 5, but really this should be a number 1. Because what happened was Mech Cadet U last year was a 4-issue miniseries.
Okay.
But the miniseries was so successful, they've announced a new ongoing. So even though this is a continuation of the miniseries, it's really a starting point.
Okay. So in other words, don't be afraid of having missed the first 4.
No, really, this is this is a perfect jumping on point. They summarize everything that happened in the miniseries. It's really, really. I mean, obviously, I would recommend you reading the miniseries too, which I believe is in trade format now.
Which we can get.
Okay.
Okay.
Getting the back issues is a little dicier for that because it came out a while ago.
But the trade is available.
We can get you those trades.
Yes.
Ask us about our subscription service. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna drop that a little bit. The basic, so that's this general setup. The protagonist, Stanford U. It's Stanford U. Yeah.
Stanford U.
Yeah, or Stan.
Okay.
Yeah. Is basically he wasn't so after these robots started bonding with children, the world government accommodated to that and basically set up like a flight academy school, like a Starship Trooper academy, for kids to train so that they will be like optimally experienced for robot bonding. But the robot, this little guy, Hero, didn't bond with one of the academy cadets. He bonded with Stanford, who is basically he was like the janitor's son. So he's not an elite cadet.
Okay.
He's like the everyman, average, kind of sensitive, soft kid.
Yes.
Who's been being classic hero still. He's being thrusted into greatness, and he has to go alongside with these like
elite trained heroes.
These two are pretty chill, but she's like,
I could tell by the face. She's like serious.
She's the mean girl A student person. I have suspicions about whether or not they're going to end up together. Anyway.
Okay. Do you ship them?
I don't ship them, but I see it I can see ships coming.
Got it.
You know,
You see the ship coming in
I'm like
mist.
a lighthouse.
Got it.
Anyway,
Ships come to you.
ships come to me. So yeah, this basically picks up that story of these four training, bonding with their robots, bonding with each other, and fighting space bugs.
Okay.
So there's a lot of, you know, I really like, you know, we talked about it when I talked about Go-Go Power Rangers number 5, I think. You know, I really like expanding on the idea of we have kids as protagonists in these stories because they want to, the creators of the shows want to speak to the target demographic. They want to, like, you know, but there's great subtextual story stuff of child soldiers and, like, you know, whether or not it's morally right to be putting kids in intense situations.
Yes.
And this kind of addresses it and does it in a really, really cool way. The art is beautiful. Takeshi Miyazawa.
Yeah, show us some of that beautiful art.
The art is great. It is written by Greg Pak, who people...
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, he is the genius behind Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, and
The art is really cool.
I believe Hercules is bisexuality.
Oh.
He's a big... Marvel's Hercules.
Yeah.
He's a big person of... Hercules in regular Marvel continuity. Hercules is bi.
Okay.
And he's been swinging that blade since the mid 2000s.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I am also absolutely down with that. So yeah. So Mech Cadet U, high 7, low 8.
Okay.
You know, I know I'm skimming.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's like it's very standard, but it's like good standard. It's you know what? I'll say it's above average.
Okay.
Above average, and the art is beautiful. The script's really great. I'm more than anything interested to see where this goes.
All right.
I see a lot of growth of the characters, and again, it speaks to my sensibilities. So
Nice.
now we have our final title of just this week's
Fridays with Andrew,
Rocko's
number
Modern
3.
Life, number 2.
Rocko's Modern
So sometimes I have a policy for buying comics. I actually
you buy all of them.
no,
That's your policy.
No. I have like a bulleted list of before I pre-order stuff of how I judge it.
Okay.
I actually listed it on. I have a personal blog that's a little bit on hiatus. It's called Horny Rainy Mondays.
You guys are on hiatus right now?
We're on hiatus. We want to come back.
Go ahead and plug yourself. What's your web address on
Horny
that?
Rainy. I think it's.
You don't even know.
No, I think it's hornyrainymondays.wordpress.com.
All right, everybody go check it out.
Yeah, it's great. There are 12 articles there. Our slogan is from the serious to the sexy and everything in between.
I like
so
it.
you might see some like more deep, or not deep, heavy political stuff on there, or you might see I did an analysis of Donald Duck's character as he evolved from his inception to now.
So there's a little bit of everything.
There's a little bit the sexy to the serious.
Nice. Okay.
So I listed my bullet. It's stuff like, you know, is it based on a franchise that I like? Is it by creators that I like and want to support? Is it some new angle of a, you know? There's like bullet points of that's how I choose titles.
Yes.
Rocko's Modern Life was basically I bought it on, you know, based on, I guess you would call it team loyalty.
Yeah, you love Rocko.
I loved Rocko. I wanted to support Rocko. Issue number 1 totally surprised me. It was so funny. It was so smart. The art was incredible. It's drawn by Ian McGinty, who some would know from his work on Bee and Puppy Cat Adventure Time and something else. I feel so bad. But yeah, he's worked in animation and illustration, and he's totally like one with the Rocko style. It is brilliant. This is following a story of Rocko basically once again, you know, doing a common theme from the cartoon, really, going from job to job and like trying to figure out stuff that works for him. In this case, Rocko has found himself under the employ of the devil. And
as one does.
And there's some great, hilarious, like, PR humor. There's, like, the devil is, like, basically saying, he's like, I will own your soul for eternity. Oh, but before I forget, you'll need to see HR. They'll set you up with an employee number and an ID card. We'll get you a copy of the contract. It's so smart, and it's so funny, and it's so endearing, and it gives me a new modern experience, a modern experience, but it also brings me back to the original cartoon and what made it so special. So I give this easy 8.
All right.
I think it's really charming. I'm curious. It's also really curious. I thought that it was going to be like the Steven Universe comic, which the way that operates is it's one story in one comic. this did a 2-part story. It continued from issue 1, like the Rocco working for Hell story, essentially. So I'm curious to see what other long-form storytelling they could bring to Rocco's Modern Life. So Easy 8, great title, great series, great crew. I very much recommend it to it. And I can get you issue 1 to anyone who's curious about it.
Or if you'd like to subscribe, ask Andrew about our subscription service.
Get on the ground floor. Get on the ground floor, because Rocco's Modern Life is great. So, that is this new week. A pretty great week. I actually left out 3 titles that I wasn't sure.
He had some trouble choosing.
I had some trouble choosing. Mech Cadet U is great and ultimately won out, but, there's some... Archie brought Cosmo the Merry Martian, who's like a classic character from the stable. They brought him back, and Cosmo #1, which is a #1. So,
nice.
If you guys want it, call us and we'll get it.
Subscribe.
Monstro Mechanica, which, as we recall, was another earlier Fridays with Andrew title. But ultimately, I went with Mech Cadet U, and I'm very satisfied with these entries.
All right.
I think they all deserve it. So, but with that out of the way.
With no further ado. What would you like to get to next?
We have... Well, okay, yeah, so this is the awards. Ooh, I'm going much quicker with these, because these are just...
We are planning. I'm gonna bring this around to myself here just for 1 second.
Justin, do you want to get in on this?
No, he's busy. I'll talk about it. We are planning on doing our own version of the Oscars as they were. We're going to be calling them the Cranky Awards. Farpoint's going to be doing that very soon. And we're basically just going to be talking about our best favorite things of 2017. Andrew, as Andrew
went crazy.
Went a little nutsy
Absolutely
with his
insane.
Choices. He has broken it down to, I think, 15 or 16 categories.
Something like that.
Of comics that he is really into this from 2017.
Something like that.
So a little bit at a time, every week he's going to be giving us his favorites
just
for
sliding
2017.
them in with the weekly
just
stuff.
sliding them in with his weekly stuff.
So for the next category,
give me your crankies.
Did best original graphic novel,
which was The Witch Boy.
Yes. And it's still it makes me emotional thinking about it. I really love that. This is also an emotional. So we have best singular issue for a multi-issue series.
So this is the best single issue of a book from the entire 2017.
It's the best single issue in like a series of longer issues.
So it's the best single issue that was not a one-shot. It's a best single...
Yeah,
okay.
She's getting it. All right, great. So we have Gem and the Holograms, The Misfits, #4.
Okay.
So first I'm going to explain the cover by the incredibly talented Jen St. Onge.
Because I can't tell what.
This is a Roxy origin story issue.
Okay.
Roxy being this was the miniseries chronicling the Misfits, the archenemy of Gem, whose songs are better.
Yeah.
But
they're gonna get her.
They're gonna get her.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you for helping. Each issue basically took an individual misfit and kind of gave them the spotlight.
Okay.
They decided to give it to the silver-haired, gray-haired, white-haired Roxy. Except there's a huge new addition to the character of Roxy in the Gem and the Holograms series. She's illiterate. So that's why I see all those symbols and jarbled words. Oh, yeah. That's how the world looks to her.
Because she can't read.
Because she can't read. And she has a learning disability, actually, that no one caught. She kind of slipped through the cracks, which happens a lot and too much. And this book was great at making me feel terrified, but also making me feel incredibly sad and sympathetic. Because you really do feel for Roxy, and you feel for... she has this fan who thinks she's the greatest, who thinks she's the greatest musician who's ever lived. She loves her, and all she wants is an autograph.
And she can't write her name.
She can't write her name.
Wow. And
it's just, and we basically see her struggling through school and how she fell through the cracks. Basically not wanting to disappoint her dad and not telling her dad and telling her dad when he was very sick, so it was too late. They do this incredible, he's like, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay, we'll figure it out. And then it cuts to his funeral. So this was an incredible gut punch of an issue. It made me, it's great to have a character who is antagonistic at times, but is still human.
Yeah.
So, this is just, I always highly recommend the Gem stable of books at IDW.
I know you're a fan.
I am a huge fan, will always be their advocate. I think Kelly Thompson, who's basically at this point, the architect of them all, she writes most of them, but she also is I think overseeing some of it with the new anthology, Gem Dimensions. And she wrote this, and it's incredible. It also made me cry. We're gonna be the phrase "made me cry" is gonna come up a lot in these winners.
Okay.
So it is fantastic. It is phenomenal. Highly, highly recommend. And it is included in the larger Gem and the Holograms, the Misfits trade paperback.
All right.
Which we can get for you if you ask us, because I can do that.
All right. You got anything
else
in there?
I have
you
a few.
Okay.
Yeah, how many do you want? I have 4 of these. So I don't know
whatever you want to do,
Great,
dude.
So,
you do you.
A little bit of it. Actually, I might keep this. Next, we have Best Colorist.
Best Colorist.
M. Victoria Robato, who actually colored this.
Ah!
So I've actually brought a few. I didn't know how to do this.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not any particular issue. It's just her category. These are a lot of the books that she worked on for 2017. She did this. She did the Gem and the Holograms proper series.
I can see why you like her. There's just something about
her.
Everything's just popping there.
She has an incredible. Yeah, I'm just gonna open a few. And it's not just like, oh, she's bright colors. He just likes it because she's bright colors. We see here, there's a little bit like, almost like a crayon box palette she used. This is Mega Princess, which was another Kelly Thompson title. It's about a princess who wants to be a detective.
Okay.
It's baller.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's super cool.
Who doesn't want to be a detective?
She has a smoking jacket. Is it so cool? And she has a goth fairy princess.
You're easy to please, Andrew.
I don't know. I think that's neat. And she's a god fairy. She has a fairy godmother and a sarcastic Pegasus. It's great. Yeah, I will get Gem though.
Your excitement about comics is palpable, Andrew.
I love it. So it's I think it's a great medium that leads to some great stories. Even though there's also a lot of crap about it, but I'm not gonna get positive. Like look at the illustration sheet. Or sorry, not illustration. The colors. Look at those. Like you said, they pop. But they also I'm
definitely getting like an old school Archie vibe from some of the the colors in general.
Well, that's also due. That was Giselle Legas. I hope I'm saying her name right.
You're probably not.
She's a very popular web cartoonist who did make she's very Archie, Sabrina inspired.
Oh, nice.
She actually made the jump to Archie and stuff, and she did a guest spot for Gem.
Cool.
But yeah, Robato.
Ooh, look at that. Nice.
Yeah, that's
splash.
yeah. So and then we saw Misfits, so I guess I'll do Gem Dimensions.
Cool.
Yeah, Robato is just great with picking the right colors.
Let's look at the cover. Did she do the cover here?
I think she did do the
that
colors.
That is absolutely beautiful.
I think she drew that, actually.
Wow.
She is also an artist.
Cool.
But, I just put down colorist by accident. No, coloring is so important. Coloring can dramatically make a book go from...
absolutely.
Good to not so good. It's great. Sorry. Yeah, so that was Best Colorist for 2017. M. Victoria Robato. Congratulations. And I have 2 more, or we could...
It's up to you. Would you like to wrap it up? You want to wrap it up? Yeah, or you want to keep going? It's up to you.
Well, no, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Oh, we'll go really quick. I'm sorry.
All right.
Like you said, I love talking about comics.
One more.
All right, one more. Best Anthology.
Best anthology of 2017.
Of 2017.
The Farpoint Cranky goes to...
It goes to Bitch Planet Triple Feature.
Bitch Planet!
Bitch Planet. Kelly Sue DeConnick. Really, really quick, just going to run down what Bitch Planet is.
Oh, for those of you uninitiated.
Bitch Planet was Kelly Sue DeConnick, who's a very prolific writer.
Oh, Tyler's watching. Hi, Tyler.
Hi, Tyler. Huge feminist voice in the comics frequency. She is very outspoken about that, but... She also loves women behind bars films. She loves them, and it's hard
to justify these weird exploitation type things with your extreme view. I get it.
Yeah, well, so here is the way she kind of made Bitch Planet as like a way to like work through her emotions on it.
Yeah.
So Bitch Planet is a deconstruction of those times. It's basically set in this science fiction Handmaid's Tale-esque world, like extreme
non-compliant.
Patriarchal world.
Yep.
It follows a bunch of women who are on a prison asteroid, which is colloquially called Bitch Planet.
Yeah.
Triple Feature is a spin-off of the proper Bitch Planet title that shows anthology short stories told within the universe of Bitch Planet. I'm going to show my favorite in particular. This has a short story about basically beauty pageants and like anorexia and like basically making our children into creepy. There's I don't even know what to say. There's this was a story that was basically about like 2 women watching a propaganda film, and one obviously being horrified by it, but the other one taking very positively. And then my favorite story that locked the anthology. This locked the anthology for me. It's called What's Love Got to Do with It? It's about a woman who is basically using various online dating services so she won't be on her father's tax whatever anymore.
Pause. Andrew.
Yes.
Cecil is here.
Yes.
You have the
Matt's book.
Is it held on you know there?
Held receipt. It's a held receipt.
I'm just gonna talk while you go take care of Cecil real quick.
Fantastic.
Hey, you want to talk about Bitch Planet with us?
Yeah, I live it.
That was rude. I'm walking away from you. That was rude.
I'm just kidding.
That was rude.
Because I'm a bitch. How's Andrew doing?
Andrew's doing very well. So Andrew did his three.
Watching?
Yes, Tyler Johnson is watching. So Andrew did his three choices for this week.
Let's see what we got.
He did his three. He did his. That's not one of them.
He's got a pile.
He does have a pile. You can't even go through everything. These are his three choices for this week.
Okay.
He did Mech Cadet U. He did Rocco's Modern Life, which is really cool.
Wearing a Pokemon hat.
He is wearing a Pokemon hat.
No, it would have
cool
a circle on it.
No, it's cute that you noticed that because that's absolutely what he's doing. Rocco's Modern Life.
We watched some of that on
We did. We watched some Rocco earlier.
And Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle,
which is a DC book in his.
Which is Mr. Miracle was his second time it's been on our.
Wow, so consistently good writing.
It's consistently good writing.
You know what I just got doing? Here, follow me around. You want to come with me for a second? I want to show you what I just did. We're Facebook Living. Sorry. I just finished finally processing those 1/24th scale slot cards.
This has now turned into the Justin Hour.
Take a commercial. So I just started getting these crazy 1960s 1/24 scale slot cards. These are actually, you remember slot cards like the little ones that look like they're...
Yeah, little tiny
these
guys.
These are big 1/24 scale. Look at that Batmobile.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
These are from the 60s and they're crazy clean.
They look brand new. They look like they just came out of the case. Case fresh. Wow, look at that one. It looks like a speed racer car right there.
No, we have these red dotted because we don't have much of a call. Not many people come in asking about slot cars, so they will be online. But they're just... I'm just wowed by the shape they're in,
Yeah, they are beautiful.
Super cool.
Nice seeing you.
Cecil, good seeing you again. Tell your dad I said hi.
Great.
So Andrew, are you ready to continue?
All right, yeah, great.
You were talking about Bitch Planet.
Bitch Planet triple feature. It was basic. So yeah, this lady, she's in this world. She's on her father's tax thing, and basically he's gonna get if she's not married soon, her dad's gonna get hit with an old maid tax.
That's messed up.
It's incredibly messed up. So she's trying to I gotta get back to it though because
Yeah.
I want to read it. It was an incredible life meets art moment because what happened was, like I said, she's basically dating various scuzzy guys.
Yeah, just to avoid being an old maid.
To avoid an old maid tax. I don't know if it was the artist or the writer. Someone had real scumball quotes from dating online.
Oh.
So they have a disclaimer. Everything you just read was a real thing a human being said. So let's see the creme de la creme for the dating scene right now. I should read these.
Oh, geez. Maybe this should be in our...
Oh, yeah? Yeah? Well, we didn't see anything, is the thing.
No, yeah, there's some bad...
Yeah, some bad stuff.
Real good. Yeah, that's... boy.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Here's the real winner. I've never been with a Mexican before. Do you like tacos? So all real things, real humans, A+ humanity.
Actually said to the writer of this book.
And it was a really cool, life meets art moment.
Yeah.
And it just... But overall, even without that, and not including, that's my personal favorite of the Bitch Planet triple feature anthologies.
Okay.
A lot of them are great, but they're also sad, and they hit you right where it hurts.
Yeah.
And it's just a great, great series of anthologies, and some of them make you laugh, a lot of them make you cry and depressed. That's disclaimer, all the other times I talked about crying were good cries, these were bad cries.
Okay.
But yeah, so proudly given the 2017 Best Anthology.
The Cranky goes to Best Anthology, Bitch Planet.
Bitch Planet, Best Anthology. So the recap. Best Colorist, M. Victoria Robato. Best Anthology was Bitch Planet Triple Feature. And Best individual issue of a larger series was Gem and the Misfits, or Gem and the Hologram, The Misfits, number 4.
Okay.
So that was that's my latest awards.
Your set of crankies. Yeah. Now we're actually going to set up a Facebook We're going to set up a Facebook album for all of Andrew's picks.
Yes!
And once we do our official Cranky Awards, we're also going to have an album of all of those, so you guys can see what we liked, didn't like,
a lot of good stuff.
And hated in 2017.
I wonder what's going to be on the hated.
I don't know. I think I just made that up. I didn't think we were going to do that. Maybe we are.
Oh, never mind then. I was just
I love hating stuff, so maybe we will do our worst stuff as well.
There's a few things that you can All right, yeah. So,
all right, guys.
So that has been Fridays with Andrew. Look forward to next week. More new titles, more old titles,
and
everything in between.
As always, where's that sign at?
Ask us about our subscription service.
You can't actually read it. There we go. It's backwards.
Yeah.
There you go. Ask us about our subscription
glares.
Service. Anything you heard Andrew talk about today, we can get you trades ongoing. If it's an ongoing title.
Talk to me about gem books. I want to get them for you.
Can you guys just come in and talk about comics to Andrew? Because
I won't.
He just talks to us about comics and we don't know anything about comics.
I don't shut up.
So somebody needs to come in and talk to him.
I don't really talk to you about comics. I talk at you.
He does, but we love it.
Well, let me rephrase that.
Go ahead.
I don't talk to people. I talk at people. Just not about. Yeah, that's. 6 weeks, Penelope. It's been 6 weeks now.
It has been 6 weeks.
Yes.
You've been talking at the internet. They seem to like it. You have
Apparently.
likes. He has
I
likes
do.
and watching. People watching.
Well, thank you all.
All right, Andrew. We will see him and we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.